Oh, hi, Rusty.
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Rusty.
hi, everybody. It's me, Curtis Does a Dig. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Good to see all of you. Good to see all of you here. This fine Thursday evening, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. Welcome in, Disaster Kitty. GG on grabbing first. Robot Curtis says you're the greatest viewer in the whole entire world, and I believe him. I believe him. Thanks for the fart. Thank you for redeeming your Curtis coin income tax. 290 total Curtis coins. Gabs, welcome in as well. And thank you for redeeming your Curtis coin income tax. 120 total Curtis coins. You guys are awesome sauce. We're back to working on this totem. It's been a lot. It's a challenge. Also, I don't think I have the game audio coming through. Let's fix that. You guys don't even hear my Minecraft music going. But good to see all of you. So good to be here. I'm hoping that... Oh, whoops, hold on. I'm selecting the wrong things. There we go. I'm hoping that we'll be able to finish this totem today, but I'm having a lot of trouble with it. And mentally, this is a totem that's going to require a lot of mental work to figure out this next bit. Ouch. Gabs, thank you so much for redeeming 15 push-ups. Appreciate it very much. Did you know today I did 50 push-ups? 50 push-ups before stream even started. I didn't do them this morning, so I ended up doing them right before stream, not even considering you guys would make me do push-ups. Ew, it's Curtis. Ew, it's Disaster Kitty. Ew, whatever. I don't even care. We're gonna do 15 push-ups, okay? So that'll bring me up to 65 today. And 1 minute on the bike. Thank you, Gabs. I appreciate it, Gabs. You're the best, Gabs. Thank you. Okay. 15 push-ups done. 15 push-ups done, okay. You didn't realize I took off the headphones? Yeah, your attacks don't work on me unless I hear them coming. Nice try, though. Ugh. Hi, Bree. Good to see you. We're doing exercise because my chat hates me. Welcome in. Bree, I need to reach out to you about something. I will do that. I'll try to remember to do it after stream. I have an idea, and I want to involve you. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute on the exercise bike. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 1 whole minute. Read the chat from here. Sounds good? Excellent. Excellent. Oh. Okay. All right, 1 minute on the bike. My chat hates me. Goodness. We're not even 10 minutes into the stream and you guys are already doing this to me. You know, people are going to watch the YouTube VOD and they're going to think to themselves, wait, this guy said he was going to make custom totems, but now he's just exercising? What's with this guy? You guys gotta let me do what I set out to do for my stream. You guys are just tanking my YouTube stats now. Okay. 1 minute on the bike complete. Suffer? I'll make you suffer. You see my lungs improving from here? Wow. Now I'm out of breath. Thanks, guys. Thanks. You guys are wonderful. All right, give me a moment. Oh, hi, Rusty.
Oh, hi, Rusty.
Hey, Rusty, you need to sleep because these people are evil and they keep killing each other. And you're likely to get caught in the crossfire. Okay.
I'm trying to calm down my autonomic nervous system, not raise it.
Oh.
I'm doing deep breathing. Bye.
Okay. I'm going to take that route again and see it. I'm still out of breath. Thanks for that, but I'm going to get to work on this. Gonna get to work on it. Because oh my gosh, I don't want to do the prayer out of breath. You guys didn't even let me pray first. That's who you guys are. You guys don't even let me. You guys don't let me do anything. You guys just immediately hit me with things that you're like, oh, it's gonna be so funny if Curtis does this. Whatever, I'm banning you. I'm banning you, Gabs. Back at you. You little butt. I'm out of breath. Okay. So, the issue that we are having with this new totem is that when we die, our items still get launched out of us. And we need to take those items and destroy them. Oh, okay, you're gonna lurk now? You came just to make me exercise and now you're just gonna leave? Now that I'm actually starting what I'm doing? Whack yourself! Whack, oh, no! This is to you! This is to you, you butt! Okay. I'm catching my breath. Still. Get out of here. Okay. All right, enjoy your workout. Okay. All right, so we have a list of all the items that are saved for the player. We have the inventory that's saved. You just joined to witness a moida. You sure did. So we have the player's inventory. Hold on, let's see. Let's get our totem back. Okay, and then if we check in... Oh, right, I forgot. We got distracted by Cubit's thing the other day. So we have our saved inventory. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through all these items and delete them when we find them. Or I guess not delete them. Okay, we're going to have to... I'm gonna write this all down. Okay? We're writing it all down. One at a time in the saved inventory. Get the... Oh, wait. Saved inventory dot... Inventory... Get first item. No, I have a better way of doing this. I have a better way of doing it. Do I? Do I have a better way of doing it? This is complicated. This is going to be a complicated thing. We're going to need to get all the items within, like, I want to say 2 blocks of the player is how we're going to want to handle it. Maybe even 1, I don't know. It's every tick that this runs. Okay. We need to get a list of all the items and set what their count is equal to. Hi, Lane. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Ah, Lane, be nice. You don't have to hit me. 160 total Curtis coins. Very nice, Lane. Good job. Good job. Get all items within one block of... I'll do 2 blocks. I'm going to do 2 blocks just in case. A player. No, hold on. For each item within 2 blocks of player, we're going to add item to a list if it doesn't already exist there. If it does exist there, add its count to the existing items count. Okay, so that way if we have 2 stacks of grass blocks, it'll go up to 128 instead of just 2 indices of 64, I think is how we're going to handle it. So instead of it being like grass block, or hold on, it would look like this: ID grass block count 64, and then there would be 2 of them, 1 for each stack. It would instead look like this. So it would just be one whole object dedicated to all the grass blocks that were collected in this check. So get all the items, add them to the list, and add their count to the list. Okay. Next, for each item in saved inventory, no, clone saved inventory to a temp inventory compound. For each item in the saved inventory, or in the temp saved inventory, remove that count from the... No, this is not going to work. That's not going to work. The way I'm thinking of how I should handle this part is not going to work. Is it? Okay. The reason, okay, so the reason I think that how I have it set up right now mentally is I can remove the count 1 item at a time, but if I'm combining these, that's not going to work. So like, okay, how do I put this? So if we go back to the example where I had ID grass block and it went all the way up to like 128, right? The saved inventory still has it set to this, where there's 2 instances of grass block up to 64 for both of them. So if I just subtract 64 from here for this first one, hold on, how? Let me, I'm going to test something out real quick. I'm going to test something out. So data modify entity at n type equals item dot count set value 128. And that did not work. Why? Okay, hold on. Is it because it's too many? Yeah. Okay, so it actually can't go past 64, so I can't set it to like 128. So I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. I could set it to 64, and that gives me the whole 64 item stack, but anything more, let's see, 65. Oh, wait, that did work. Why did 65 work, but nothing else? Hold on, what about 80? 80 works? What? What? So if I did, hold on. If I did 127, would that work? No. 120? No. 100? No. 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and then 100 breaks it. I'm legit so confused as to why it's that number base. But okay, whatever. So that's not going to work though. Okay, here's what we can do instead. Did our stream crash? Is our stream crashing, or are we okay? It said we dropped for a little bit, but it doesn't say that it ended on my end. Are we still, like, did we run into any issues? It looks like we're still good. Okay. Anywho. We're still going to do cloned inventory to a temp inventory temp inventory list. For each item in that list, we will add a little buffering for a while, but otherwise, okay, it might have just buffered then, because it did say that it went into the red, but it looks like we're good now. All right, save it to a temporary list. For each item in that temporary list, we will look for matching item within 2 blocks of player. If item exists, and items count is temp saved inventory dot item count. Okay, now stream crash. Now stream crash. You're kidding me. Is it gonna reconnect? All right, have we reconnected? That's ridiculous. I'm so unbelievably stressed out. Anyway, I'm just gonna focus on this. If the stream crashes, the stream crashes. I just don't care anymore. I'm so sick of this internet issue that I can't focus on it. I can't give it any more of my time, my energy, my focus. I just don't care anymore. If it crashes, it'll come back. And yeah, it's annoying, but whatever. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm trying to find a new place to live so that I don't have to deal with this anymore. It's getting to the point where, like, I'm about to crash out over this. So I need to just ignore it and move on. Okay, if the item exists and items count is less than whatever this count is, what we'll do is delete that item and reduce the temp saved inventory.item count by the original items count. Okay, so that way, like, if the item has like a count size of 10, we crashed again. Oh my god. I'm not even going to try to re-explain myself. If item exists and items count is greater than the temp saved inventory dot item count, we'll do greater than or equal to, well, greater than, then reduce items count by the saved item count and delete temp saved inventory the item. Okay, if they are equal, wait, if I do, oh whoops, if I set this to 0, does that work? No. Okay, if item exists and items count equals temp save inventory dot item count, then do both. Delete item, delete temp save inventory. Unless, like, there's some edge case here I'm not thinking of where, like, this should do both anyway. Like, let's see. If this is like a stack of 64, but the saved item is only 15, that means the stacks combined. Or sorry, other way around. Then the items are separated. We'll just delete that item. Reduce this. Okay. Yeah, so I think we do need all three checks for it. CDP sings, howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeehaw! Welcome in, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for redeeming your Curtis coin income tax. 180 total Curtis coins. Very cash money of you. Welcome in. I have a question. When my streams crash and they restart, does it re-notify you guys that I'm streaming? Or what happens? Because I'm sure that's annoying for anybody that follows me. For it to like keep popping up. I think this is all I need to do. Oh, and then yeah, okay. So I think that's all I need to do for this. If score matches 0, which means we died. And if entity at s tag equals not sure, I couldn't connect on my phone after a power outage, so I'm on the laptop. Oh, you had a power outage? Whoa. Sorry to hear that. Everything okay? We're gonna call this tag magic deleted items, run return run function delete items MC function. Oh boy, I'm getting overwhelmed with like the amount of tabs that I have open. Good now, you think? Okay, that's good. I'm glad. We are experiencing internet issues, believe it or not. I know. So surprising. So surprising, really. You would think that like that wouldn't happen here, but it does. When it came back on, I took a nap. Oh, okay. Hey, you know, that works. Okay. So if they don't have the tag, we're gonna run this delete items function if they're dead. So they're dead and they don't have this tag, we're gonna delete the items, and in that function we're gonna tag them so that it doesn't just keep deleting items over and over and over again. But we're gonna set it up here. Okay, we need temp data for this. We could probably set up this temp inventory again. Spectrum forced me to go to bed last night. I was working on a build and the internet said, nope, bedtime. I hate Spectrum so much. Like, honestly, like, I know that, you know how like brands, they, you get paid for like their sponsorship deals, right? Are there anti-sponsorship deals? Because I want to anti-sponsorship Spectrum. Literally, I want to say that they suck to everybody and get paid to do it. Because they do suck. They're awful. Awful, awful, awful. Whatever. I'm annoyed. Okay. What we want to do when we go through and delete our items is we are going to save all of the temp inventory stuff similarly to how we were doing. Oh no, not from this. Oh dang it, we gotta get the information. I think that'd be one of those deals where you wouldn't be allowed to say that you were hired to do that. Well, Well, they better step up their game. Delete items. Set from storage. Totem of keeping. Dot saved. Inventory. I honestly have no idea if this is going to work, by the way. I'm hoping it will, but no idea. Also, there's only like a split second where it's going to work and do the thing. Okay. Temp inventory. If I'm not holding anything in my hand, does temp inventory just get set to nothing? Or does it still have my old temporary inventory? It does have my old temporary inventory. Good. That means that when I run this, it should still update with that, allegedly. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know if it's actually going to work. Oh boy. Oh boy. Weren't being serious, Spectrum. We love you and think you are the greatest ever and have never done anything wrong ever. I don't know about that. See, if they fixed the issue, then I would give them, like, I would praise them to you guys. I'd be like, yeah, they're great, they're wonderful, they're awesome. They do great internet stuff. Like, they're a great internet provider. But because they haven't fixed my issue, and it's been like months of trying to get this issue fixed, I just no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I don't like Spectrum. Okay, this technically should be setting the saved inventory. So now what we want to do is one item at a time in the saved inventory. So we're gonna do step over item for delete, or I guess step delete. We'll do step delete. Okay, so step delete will get called here. Oh, first and foremost, let's do this. Add the tag, and then we'll step over the items. Function step delete Okay, how are we going to do this? So we're going to go through and we're going to get the data of index 0 of inventory. Right? So that'll be like the first item in the list. That's what this is right here. Okay? First item in the list. We're going to get its count. This is so involved. Hello, welcome in. Sikandart. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sikandartarik. Sick and dark. Okay, Sick and Dartarik from the YouTube chat. I'm also over on Twitch. If you want to hang out on Twitch, where we got some cool little things you can do to mess with me. I hope you don't mess with me, but if you wanted to, the option's there. Okay. We need more count stuff. So we're going to add some new counts here. We'll do compare 1 and we'll do compare 2. Okay, those are two different values here. So what we'll do with compare 1 and compare 2 is execute store result score compare 1 magic count run data get from the storage, and we're going to do index 0 dot count. Step delete inventory is what we should call this. So we get the count of the saved data, or the saved item data. I don't know if this is how we should handle this. Because we still need to be able to get... Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. We'll do with storage. Okay, so we're going to do it with this storage inventory. Inventory 0. Okay. So we already have this. So all we need to do is for score, we're just going to put in count. Because that's already in the data that we're passing in. So we're passing in this inventory item. So we already have the count here. Okay. What we're going to do is execute if entity at n type equals item, nbt equals item colon id colon I think I'm going to pass in a string anyway. ID. So if there is an item nearby, right? And we'll do a distance of 2, because that's what we determined, a distance of 2 from the player. So if there is an item by this ID, right? We'll do unless. Run, return, fail. So there is no, hold on. Hold on. Because what if it doesn't find the item? It should find the item, but what if it doesn't? There's so many edge cases with this thing. Okay. If there is the item there, let's do store. Oh, hold on. We gotta do store result score pair 1 magic count run. Okay, as this entity store result score compare magic count run data get entity at s item dot count. So get the count of the item. Oh, dang it, come on. Get the count of this item get the count of this item. This is so complicated, and for no reason. Like, if we could set game rules for specific players, like, okay, Joy has keep inventory temporarily or something like that, like, that'd be great, right? But because they have it set to a full game rule, which I understand why, but like, come on. Come on. Okay, execute as this item. If it doesn't find the item, though, that's where we're going to run into an issue. If it doesn't find the item within 2 blocks, then this is not going to get set to anything. We'll figure that part out later. Let's assume that it's going to be there. Okay, we have the 2 counts. Okay, we have the 2 counts. Okay. Execute if score compare 1. No, we're gonna okay, compare 2 is less than compare 1. I have no idea what it means or if it affects anything for you, but apparently Java is switching from OpenGL to Vulkan. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for it, but some people aren't, and I don't personally I don't understand why they aren't, but you know, it is what it is to me. I literally could care less. I honestly don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Some people are really upset about it. I think it's a good step. I'm getting confused by my own code, like what's calling what right now. Okay, so we need to delete the item and reduce this by a certain amount. Run kill. Oh my gosh. There we go. Kill. Okay. So if our temp saved inventory is greater than wait, what the heck am I? Oh my gosh. Okay, no. I should have labeled these better, I think. Okay. If the item, the physical items count is less than the saved inventory count, right? We're going to delete the item, which we're doing right here. And then we need to edit the data of the storage. Which is right here. So we're going to do data. Oh, we can't do the operation here. Dang it. Dang it. Yes, we can. Scoreboard, players, operation, compare to, magic count, minus equals, compare 1, magic count. Okay, so that's going to subtract it, and then we're going to do execute, store, result, storage, dot count int 1 run score. Oh my gosh, scoreboard players get compare to magic count. Okay, so what's happening here? We have the physical items count, like the item on the ground, its count, the saved storage's count, and if our dropped item has less count in it, we're just going to kill that item and then reduce the storage by whatever that count was, and we're going to update it. And that looks correct to me. That looks correct to me. But this should only be happening with this. So all these should only run if this one is true. Okay? Thank you for the fart. Appreciate that. Ugh. This... There's so much involved with this. This is such a complicated one. I think we should separate some of this a little bit. Step, delete, inventory. Okay, and then let's move this in here. Let's move this in here. Okay. Step, delete, inventory slash step is what we'll call it. Okay. That way I can organize this a little bit better. Otherwise, this folder is going to be full of all sorts of different files that are low-key going to be annoying to have to figure out what they're doing. So, we step through. The step function should... Well, it should step, first of all. Which we haven't done yet. Right now, it's just doing the very first instance. But we're going to do... This is very mentally taxing on me. Okay, we'll fix that one in a sec. Okay. Step, we're gonna want step to call itself. Gosh, this is just so involved. Okay, delete items. We're just going to step on its own. Step should just call itself over and over until inventory is empty. So we're gonna do execute if storage, if data storage has any inventory. No. Unless it has any inventory, run, return, fail. Okay, so what this is going to do, if this function is called, but the inventory is empty, we're gonna stop running this function. Okay, we're gonna return. Otherwise, we're gonna I can't even speak. We're gonna run this code, and then afterwards we are going to remove inventory 0. So we'll do data remove storage, and we're going to pass this in. Okay. But before we do that, that's when we run the stuff that's actually going to delete the items. Okay? So let's do that. So for now, we're going to comment all this out. Okay. If it's empty, we fail. If it's not empty, we're doing this next part. Which we should do. We'll call this item compare. Okay. And what item compare is going to do is this part right here, where we are getting the 2 scoreboards. And what we can do here is execute unless entity run return fail. Okay, so what's happening here? Oh, actually, hold on. Let's run this function first. Item compare with this data. Okay. When we run the step function, we're going to check to see, is it empty? No. Then we're going to compare the items. We're going to see, okay, which one of these has like the higher count. But if it doesn't find the item, we're going to fail. And if it fails, then we're done with this function. We can move on to the next step. If it does find it, we might repeat a few times in here and do stuff in here a few times before it actually exits this function. And if it exits this function, then it moves on anyway. If it moves on, we remove index 0. And then we're going to call it again. We're going to call step again. Step delete inventory step. Okay, so this is what's going to keep it repeating through. Remove index 0. So let's say there's 5 items. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We remove 0, so then everything shifts over 1. So the next time this is called, index 1 is now index 0. So it's just going to keep looping and keep removing everything from this temporary inventory. Hi, Rusty. Welcome in on the YouTube chat. I'm over on the Twitch chat as well, if you want to run some functions there, but or some redeems there. But good to have you in the YouTube chat. Welcome in. We're trying to make a totem that lets you keep your inventory, and it's taking a lot of processing power to actually figure it out. We're working on recursive functions, and recursion is frustrating to do. So if this table is empty, we're failing. If it's not empty, we're going to compare items. If the item doesn't exist, we're going to fail and move forward. If it does exist, we're going to do some stuff. But if it moves forward, remove index 0 and step to the next one. And the next one will now be at index 0, or it won't exist. And if it doesn't exist, we fail. So this will loop through everything recursively. It's confusing. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but that's basically what's happening. Next step here, we get both counts, and we're going to check this one right here. If we're going to check if it's less than compared to. Yeah, you are a mod over here, Rusty. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, dude. Delete physical item is what we'll call this function. Run function delete physical item. which will run these three things. We will kill that item. We will adjust the scoreboard and store the new result. Okay. Delete physical item. And delete physical item. Oh, we could return here too, I think. Return run function. So we don't have to run anything else after this, right? Let's move this back over here. So that's this step right here. Yeah, we don't need anything after this. So we could return here, and when we delete the physical item, we could just call item. Hi, Disaster Cody. Thank you for the fart. We could just call item compare again. Okay. So that's what's happening here. So we delete the physical item and reduce the temp saved inventory item count. Delete the physical item, which we're doing. We're subtracting that. And then we're going to check item compare again. And if the item doesn't exist, we fail and we move on with the next step. Otherwise, we're going to check to see if another item exists and reduce that count. And we're going to keep going. Disaster Kitty, howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeehaw! Welcome in. I know you've already been here, but still. Okay. Now let's check if it's greater than. Then we're going to we are going to delete data item. My bad, G. I didn't realize I forgot her. No worries. Also, the stream crashed, so that might also have something to do with it. You might have done it earlier. Delete data item. We will not be killing the item this time. Okay. We will be taking the item count here and the item count here, subtracting it, and instead of deleting the inventory here, we're going to modify this item. It's item.count to be set from... Oh, no. Execute store result entity. Item.count int 1 run scoreboard players get compare 1 magic count. Okay. So subtract the value, set the new count, and then I think that will just... Hold on, let's see. Item compare. It's not calling item compare again, so that should go back into the step function, which will just remove the temp inventory already and step on forward. So that should be good enough here. Okay. Otherwise, we should just fully delete everything. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm not passing in ID here. We need to pass this in still. For at least the physical item. I don't think I need it for the data. Oh, I do need it for the data item. So either way, we're going to need it. So either way, we're passing in that information. Delete both, and we'll pass in that. Delete both the empty function. Which I think is literally just, we're going to kill the item. And then it'll automatically remove the inventory afterwards. Okay. Okay, we're going to have to figure out mentally. We're gonna go through everything mentally. Everybody ready for that? This is just for inventory, not for equipment. We haven't even touched equipment yet. Oh, I kind of don't want to. We are going to run the step function. Okay, no. Hold on. Backtrack. Totem of keeping. Is it delete items? Yeah. Delete. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. Delete items. All right, so when the player dies, if they don't have any health, but they're not tagged yet, we're going to run this delete items function. Okay? Delete items will tag them so that it'll only do it once. Then we're going to set up their temp inventory. And then we're going to call this step function. What step is going to do is we're going to see, is our temp inventory empty? If so, we're ending it here. We don't have to do anything else. If it's empty, we don't have to do anything else. But if there is something in it, we're going to do item compare. If we can't find the item we're comparing, then we're just going to move on to the next item. Simple as that. We're just going to move on to the next item. But if we do find the next item, we're going to get whatever its count is, and we're going to compare it to the save data count. If the save data count is greater than the physical item count, then we're just going to delete the physical item and reduce the save data count. Otherwise, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to delete the save data and reduce the count of the physical item. But if they're equal, we're going to do both, which is super confusing. And then we're going to keep stepping through it. Hi, Upbeat. Welcome in. I think I got this correct. Oh my gosh. If it doesn't work, I'm going to lose my mind because I don't even know where I would start to fix it. Howdy, 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 howdy. Yeehaw! Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a stack and 5 bookshelves. I'm going to take a repeating command block and 2 anvils, a netherite sword, and the wand of dimensions. Okay. All right, we're taking a screenshot so we know exactly what we had. Okay, this is our screenshot. I know it's dark because I'm grabbing it from this instead of this. Actually, no, let's grab it here. I'll just grab it here. Why not? Why not? Thank you for the skill issue. Appreciate that. Okay. I'm gonna stand right here. Did I do reload already? I'm gonna do reload again just in case. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kill at us. Okay, we died. All the items, I saw them disappear. They did not disappear. Great. Great. Fantastic even. I have no tags. Recognize Rusty from my Be Right Back clips? Yeah, he's here. Rusty's here. Hi, Gabs. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your workout. Hi, Dano. Welcome in. Rusty, Gabs is your biggest fan. Dano, howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeehaw! Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Trying to figure this out. Let's say delete items. Thank you for the fart. Let's see if this works. So if I do reload and I die now, it didn't say anything in the chat. So something's going wrong there. You see my code, Curtis? I worked so hard to code your person. What did you code? Wait, did you send me code? Oh, yeah. I saw your code in the chat. In your chat, in the chat. Function does a dig, Curtis. If awesome does not equal null and tired does not equal true, return Curtis. It's true. It's true. I am that's definitely me. That's definitely me. It's true. It's true. And the other thing is, okay, so this isn't working. Good stuff. Let's comment this out. Let's see if it even prints out deleted items. It printed it out. Great. That's good news. Good news. Good news, everybody. It did the thing. What if I uncomment that out? Is that the issue point? That is the issue point. We've determined the issue point. We've determined an issue point. Okay, that's good to know. So something about this is breaking it. Temp inventory. Are we running delete items with the player data? We are. Saved inventory. Ah, I had it named wrong. We do that sometimes here on the CurtisDoesADig channel. Name things wrong. How many shrimp do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimp are pretty rich. Is that song? Are you singing to me? Are you trying to serenade me right now? Okay. Still did not work. Temp inventory. Temp inventory. Set from totem storage. Totem of keeping. Saved inventories. Well, okay, let's try this. Let's say UUID. It definitely is. Okay, I've never heard that before. Okay, so it is correctly getting my UUID. Good to know. Good to know. Oh! Because I'm just a silly goose. Duh. Okay. There we go. Okay, it actually did run that time. Perfect. So with it running that, let's see if it actually moves forward with this part, the step function. Why would you eat him? He's second shift to factory. Second shift on the factory. Put food on the table for his sister's kid. Okay, the items did not get deleted. Again. but it should have at least ran this function. So we're going to say step. We're going to see how many steps it takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It ran once for every single item in the inventory. Perfect. That's good. That's good. That actually is good. Even though it didn't work, that's good. Because that means the actual step function's working. So something here. Let's do that. How many times is it going to compare items? None. Good. Good. Great, even. Thank you for the fart. Okay, is it actually doing this? So let's take that off. It did not run anything. So something about that function is causing an issue. Okay, step inventory 0. So let's take a look at what inventory 0 would be. What data do... Dot inventory 0. No, yeah, we have that. It's literally right here. Dot inventory 0. Okay, anyway. Let's try inventory 1, just so we have a nice little check here. Okay. Count 64, slot 1B, bookshelf. Okay. So inventory 0 has ID. All right, well, let's see if this runs without that. Without that function running. Y'all are funny. Okay, so it does run the function when there's nothing to actually run. That's great. So why is this throwing an issue? Is it because this is not in quotes? If I put this in quotes, will that fix it? Is that going to work now? It worked now. Perfect. Okay, so we know that has to be in quotes. Hi, Unchecked Door. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for redeeming your Curtis Coin income tax. 250 total Curtis coins. Howdy, 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 howdy. Yeehaw! Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing fan-dabby dozy, as my good friend would say. You may have heard of them once or twice. So we gotta wrap this in quotes when we're doing ID, which means all of our other functions that we're utilizing that should also have those. So delete physical, delete data, there we go, and then delete bow right there. Door of the unchecked variety. That's his name. Don't wear it out. It's true. It's true. Okay, here we go. Is this gonna work? Nope. It did not work. It did not work. All right. Well, that just means something else is happening here. So let's check this next aspect. So now we're going to check to see if all three of these run. It sucks that I have to die every single time, but okay, so none of those functions are an issue point. In fact, we could probably get like scoreboard, players, get, compare one. They're returning 0. Why return 0? Why return 0? Why that? Why that happen? Thank you for the stream effect. Whoa! Haven't you ever heard anybody tell you to treat people with kindness? Okay, so count is not working. Or is it just failing? I wonder if it's just failing. Is it just failing? So we're going to run this twice. Test A and test B. Okay, so it's not getting past that 1 point. Muy interesante. Wait, what happened to the other bookshelves? Oh, they're here. Boop. So it's not getting past this point. I know why. Well, I'll keep those tests in there just in case, but I know why. Execute at S. So wherever they're dying at, that's where we're gonna run this function. There we go. Now all of them got test A and test B. Perfect. Curved monitor that is too curved. That's funny, Rusty. You're funny, buddy. All right, now let's try to run these functions. Knowing that it made it that far. Okay. Look at that. Oh, wait. Why is this still here? Is it because he was in my offhand? Okay. Did it? So it doesn't count the offhand item, which is it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We can work that out. But look, it did clear all the other items, which is great news. But now I want to test something. If I do this like right here, does it run the risk of the items going through the nether? Nope. Okay, we're good there. Which means it probably also won't get picked up by a hopper or a hopper minecart. We could try both. Rail. Okay, let's see if it got picked up at all. Only this item did. Okay. Okay, that's really good news. That's so good. That is so good. Okay. All the items get deleted. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay? Great. That's all we need to know, is that the items do get deleted. All of them did. Okay. Here's the hard part. Okay, guys. Hopefully this works without deleting everything. Oh, thank goodness. It didn't. It did delete the items that were literally sitting right here. But I think that's fine. I think that's okay. All the items that were in my inventory got deleted, or that would have been in my inventory got deleted. I wonder like how big I could make this. Like if I did, instead of checking for like an item within 2, what if I did like 0.5? You know what I mean? Like, would that work at all, or no? 0.5. 0.5. Like, will that still work? It will not. The items still go flying out. So it is probably best to do it to a factor of 2. Delete both. Delete data. Delete physical. Okay, so 2 should hopefully be enough. Honestly, it's probably because of where the items explode out from, too. Because the player's position is actually at their feet. So if I hit F3B... Oh, no, F3B doesn't show you. But the pivot point is actually at the player's feet. But the items, I think they come out of the chest area. And I think that's why it does it like that. I could probably change some stuff real quick. Hi, gamer. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We can close out of this one. And what I want to do... Oh, whoops. Step. Could I do... How am I positioning this again? Was it through this function? No. Yes? No? Step delete. Oh, at S. Positioned. And let's bring it up like 1 block. And let's see what that's like. Is there any way to make a totem that randomly respawns you in the end nether overworld? So if you die, you might end up in a different dimension? Maybe. I don't know how I would handle that though. Personally, I don't know how I would handle it. I'm not even going to worry about this, honestly. I'll do that part later. Right now, I want to return the inventory now. Which I think is where things are going to get tricky. Oh, wait, I got to do the equipment now. So we need to do... Step delete inventory. So now we need to do step delete equipment step. Okay, and this is going to kind of work similarly, but not exactly. Step delete equipment. Okay, and for that step, we're passing in equipment instead of inventory. Same here, same here. Step delete equipment step. Totem of keeping. Item comparison. I'm wondering actually, does this need its own separate function for the physical? Yes, it does. Okay, it does. It actually does. Okay. So this needs to be in here. And this will be in here too. I need to rewrite these a little bit. So item compare is going to be based off of that one. And then this one's going to have item compare for equipment. Thank you for the hydrate lane. Welcome in. Appreciate you very much. Good buddy. Good pal. Okay. Delete items. We're going to do the inventory first, then the equipment. So this is for the equipment step. Okay. Equipment step will get ran. This one's for... Okay, hold on. We're going to backtrack out of this. Inventory. We're going to step through item compare and inventory, which will do all this. Okay, perfect. Step for equipment, we'll do this item compare. So this will be step equip or step delete equipment for both of these. And let's pass in equipment for both. And pass in equipment here. And equipment here. Great. Now let's do this one, and this one, and let's just make sure that we have it correct here. Item compare for this one. Equipment for this one. Equipment. Perfect. Don't need to change anything here, I don't think. Should be good there. And then don't need to change anything here. I'm just lurking Lane tonight? Well, you do that, Lane. It's good to have you here anyway. Lurking or not. Lurking or not. Okay, let's add some equipment now. I'll just put on a chest plate and a leather helmet. And let's see how this goes. Oh, I need to do reload. Okay. Did those items get deleted? The helmet did not, and neither did the chest plate. So neither of those activated. Everything else did, which is great. Interesting. It didn't. Step delete inventory. Delete items. Delete items. Which I don't need here, by the way. Don't need that. Delete items should set the inventory. And then it should run both of these step functions. Okay. Equipment, delete equipment, item compare. And we're setting it from equipment, removing equipment, and then stepping again. Item compare. All that should be fine. Step delete equipment. Equipment, 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 equipment. Okay, we're just going to add a made it here print statement real quick. Okay, and we'll just do that. And it did not make it there. Oh, also the bed survived that time. That's odd. Okay. Okay, so the items seem to get deleted, but something about equipment is not getting deleted, and it's not making it up to this point. Let's make sure that item compare is actually getting ran. It is not. Okay. Item compare is not getting ran. Okay, so it's returning right there at equipment A. That temp inventory equipment 0 is empty, which I know should not be the case because data get storage, totem storage, and then temp inventory. Is it just named wrong? Oh, the equipment has further tags. Equipment has further tags in it. And it is not a table like everything else is. Interesting. Right. We will have to fix the equipment aspect of it later, I think. Because that's going to be, it's a whole other method of clearing everything out, unfortunately. So I need to return the inventory still. Magic count. We need to return inventory. I could just give or like summon all those items for them in order. Or I could try to put them in the correct and appropriate slots, which is also an option to do. Because it does have like the slot it's supposed to be in. But I also don't know if that's going to work very well because of how item slots work here. Because like I could do item replace entity s inventory 0 is not slot 0. You know what I mean? So I'd have to like correlate them a little bit, which is possible, but it's going to be a little annoying to do. Alternatively, I just give them all their items. I summon the items one at a time at their new position, and it goes into their inventory. It might not be in the correct order, but they'll have their items. Thank you for the farts. They'll have their items, but they won't be in the correct order. Or I can't guarantee that they'll be in the correct order or the correct slots. I mean, I could just do... Okay, hold on. If we go to... thank you for the big stretch. I will do that in just a moment. In just a moment. Thank you for the farts. Thank you, Joy, for the big stretch. Appreciate you very much. So if I did like... Oh, why am I... Oh, I was on the fandom wiki. Gross. Disgusting. Disgusting! So item... command. There we go. It requires a slot to put the item in. So that slots in an... Okay, so each slot has like its own individual numbers. Crafting slots and inventory screen. Held in the player in GUI screens. Where's the player inventory? Oh, players are 0 to 35. Okay. So if I set 0 with an acacia boat, where does that go? So that's 0. That's 0 right now. What does that show up here as? Slot 9. That's... So slot 0 is slot 9 here. That is... Oh, that's stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Okay. Slot 9 is slot 0. Great. We might have to make a table for this. Which is... It's frustrating. It's so frustrating. So if that's... That doesn't make sense. How do I convert it? MBT data. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I think we're just gonna have to make a table for it because I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy with this. This is annoying. Thank you for the fart. Okay, this is not going to be effects. This is going to be Minecraft slots. Okay. And we are going to add 2 slots. Inventory slot 9. Item slot 0. I don't know why. Don't know why this is the way it is. Here, we're gonna take a quick screenshot of this. So that I don't keep having to have the fandom wiki open. So that's 0. What would 9 be? Okay, so this would be 8 then. Right? I'm assuming that would be 8. Okay. Annoying. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. So that brings us to like almost midway. This is so stupid. This is the dumbest. I hate Minecraft sometimes. Like how they have some of this stuff set up, it just does not make any sense. Like why are the item slots different than the inventory slots? Like the numbering wise. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that should be the bottom right corner. That should be the bottom right corner of the inventory. Yep. Okay. Perfect. We've got that part working. Now we have 1 through 8. Or I'm sorry, 0 through 8. What are you doing? Can you stop? No. Out. Out, out, out. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So these ones, these are in, this is the hotbar slots. Okay. Can I get? Wait. Oh. I don't think I can get it. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. That's gonna be so annoying. Okay. How do we want to handle this? Thank you for the part. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Trying to remember how to do regular expressions. Wah! You've hit me. That's not cool. Okay, so that'll do all that. No. Inventory dot. Okay, that's going to throw a bunch of errors. And boop. Realize there's words on your screen. They just look like colorful stripes. What did you think I was doing? That's so interesting. Okay, I love Minecraft and I love Mojang, and I agree with so many things that they do. I normally do, but this is so stupid that when you get the item inventory, it'll have slot 9B, which refers to hotbar 9. Sure, that makes sense. But then, hold on. 9B was a bad example. Let's have just the one acacia oak boat right here. Okay. Let's get our inventory. The acacia boat is in slot 4B. Okay, which is this number 5 right here. So we have 0B, 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. Okay, that's what it refers to, 4B. And I have to go and get hotbar 4. Okay, that makes sense, right? Right? Everybody following? Put this right here, top corner. The slot is 9B. Wait, what? Did I duplicate one on accident? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I do that right? I might not have done. I might have. Oh, because it's supposed to be inventory 0. So 9B is inventory 0. 13B is inventory 4. And it irritates me to no end. If the first hotbar is 0, yes. So it would make sense if it went up like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and so on and so forth. But it jumps from here to up here. And my irritation is not that there is that jump, but that the data doesn't just refer to what slot it is. So like, instead of it being 14B, I think it should just say inventory 5. That's my personal opinion. It should just say inventory 5. It should just say hotbar 5. That should be what the data saves, not this 14B, 28B, 35B. No, because people read from the top down, left to right. So then why isn't this 0 and this is the last one, if that's the case? That's my opinion. That's my opinion, and I will die on this hill. You can't stop me from dying on this hill. You couldn't stop me if you tried, Unchecked. I'll die on this hill whether you like it or not. Anywho, what we're going to do is we're going to go through temporary data again. So we're going to set our temporary data. Return inventory. You may be dying on the hill, but I don't think you are taking Unchecked with me. Did I say I was taking it with me? I didn't mean to say. If I did, my bad. Okay, this should be renamed to return items, not return inventory, and then return items. Okay, we set the temp inventory. You didn't. My joke just didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm very tired. So don't take it personally. I recognize that I'm eepy tired. I'm an eepy little man that needs to go to eep. And then after the stream, I have to edit. So in 3 minutes, I have to go and I have to start editing again. I'm gonna be real. I'm not looking forward to it. Editing Suffer Together has taken a lot out of me. Okay. We're gonna create a new file, step. Okay, and it's gonna work similarly to these other steps. Give item. Okay. So we're gonna run function give item with whatever this is right now, whatever the storage says it is, and then we're just going to move on. Okay, and that'll step through everything. When we do step, it is going to have the information like the ID, the count, all of that stuff, which is useful. That's useful. How am I handling that with Supper Together? Am I blanking? Oh, here it is. Creative World, data packs. Nope. Wrong one. Creator events, data packs. Enchantments, I think was the data pack. Series is called Stuff Together. It's so good it extends from gameplay to editing process. Means you did your job well. Yeah, I did. I did a really good job, actually. Okay. Oh, okay. So what I did, I literally just summoned an item with the information. I didn't even like try to re-add it in, or did I? Enchant main hand, start process. Main hand, start process. Oh yeah, so I summoned an armor stand. And I gave the armor stand all the item stuff. Goodness gracious, this is crazy. Can I do item replace and then add? No. Okay, hold on. No, This is involved. It's so involved. I really wanted to finish this totem today, and we just keep running into so many things that need to get done to create it, and it's kind of nuts what we have to do for this. So we're summoning an armor stand, magic inventory armor stand, no gravity, invulnerable. We will take that armor stand and give it this isn't gonna work either. What do we do? I mean, could I just like... Okay, hold on. I want to try something. Data, modify, entity, show arms, true, or set value true. Okay. Data, modify, entity, equipment dot main hand, lowercase. Set value, ID, stone, count 64. That's good. That's good. I could just do that. Making the rainbow stripe go burn.
Curtis is good at things. Especially making the rainbow stripes go ding ding ding. Bim
Ding,
bop
ding,
boom
ding.
pow zap.
Thank you, Joy. Appreciate that very much. Okay. So I can set the value to ID. Oh wait, hold on. How did I do it here? How did I do it here? ID is in quotes. Okay. ID needs to be in quotes. Count is count. Components is components. Okay. And then we're not... Oh, I literally had it right here. I don't know why I was like looking to try to read it. Return items. And we're going to create... Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. Okay. Return items is going to call the function for step. So return inventory step. And that's going to be all this. And give item, all it's going to do is it's going to summon an armor stand. Goodness. Okay. Execute at S, run function that. Okay. We're going to reload real quick. This is so stupid. We're going to have an oak log that has 4 item, or yeah, a 4 count in it. And then kill at S. Respawn. No armor stand. Great. No armor stand. Why no armor stand? Say stepping. Okay, it ran the function, but did not go further than that. Totem keeping, return inventory, step. We'll just run the step function again. Oh, I see. Turn inventory step. Okay, still nothing. Great. Is it that? Okay, it did step twice, but it failed because the data in temp inventory failed. Why? Why did it fail? Data modified, temp inventory set from saved inventories, and then we run the step function. So temp inventory should exist. Is saved inventory getting cleared? So let's see here. So say 1, and then in clear saved inventory, we'll say 2. Okay, we'll see what order it runs in. Respawn. 1. And then it does all these 2s. So this does run afterwards. I might have to come back to this. That's a bummer, because I was really hoping to get this one finished today, but again, we are running into difficulties with it. Spent a whole stream trying to figure it out. And I feel like I did get somewhere. I did get somewhere with it. But for some reason, temp inventory isn't getting the correct data. And I don't know why. If I don't clear the data, does it work? Like at all. So now let's get the temp inventory. Oh, what the heck? Okay. Interesting that it did it that time. Temp inventory is empty, though. Also, I don't think... I think it took our totem. It works if I don't have the totem in my hand. So I think it's overriding the data at some point. Which doesn't make sense because, like, it should not be overriding the data if the item isn't in your hand already. Or, sorry, the inventory does not leave the character and overwrite the data at the same time. I'll have to come back to this. Guys, it's been fun. Unfortunately, did not finish again. We're going to try to do it next time, but this totem is really kicking our butts. It's really kicking our butts. Oh, but I have good news. Good news. Good news. Let me just peel these off the 3D printer. Hey. The Axe tokens are fully printed now. So all of them are printed. I just need to glue them together and then we're good to go. I also got my soldering iron, so I can now start sealing the pickaxes and now the axes. And I'll start printing the next batch after this. I think I'm gonna start on the swords next. So another batch complete. We have 13 of them. I don't know how many we're gonna need, but I made 13 pickaxes, 13 axes. So I'm gonna make 13 of each since there's 13 people. Who knows? Who knows? Anywho, love you guys. It's been wonderful. I'll see you again on Saturday. Might be doing a game development stream. Not sure yet. Still trying to figure it out. But anyway, thank you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye!